I've just got this in the mail today. It is a box of King Kong props. You can order them through Banggood, and they are a new, cheap, and possibly tough prop that's on the market. For comparison, these HQ props that I like to use, well, when shipping is factored in the quantities I typically order them, run about $2 a piece, and that does make for some expensive crashes. Whereas these guys, it's about $5 for a pack of 20, 10 clockwise, 10 counterclockwise, and with shipping and everything, I ordered 3 boxes of them, and it comes out to about 27 cents a piece, if my memory is correct. So, some people have compared these to the DAL indestructible props. I don't know if they're the same as that or not. I do know that they are, when you compare them to a HQ prop, they are definitely softer. You can definitely see that they're flexier. The HQ prop doesn't give it all. The King Kong prop bends. Now that could be seen as a good thing or a bad thing. The softer, flexier nature means that you're probably going to get less efficient flight. You may get some distortion on high-powered setups. I'm not too worried about that because I'm running on 3S, and they're probably going to be less likely to break. So it's a question of whether, if they're more durable, whether the decrease in flight performance is worth it compared to the decrease in cost. It's a pretty substantial decrease in cost. Even if they do break just as often as these HQs, they're like 1/10 the price, so you're still not going to be quite as sad. Um, we'll see. I haven't flown on them yet. Another nice thing about these is that it's a little hard to see here, but they do have the an arrow molded into them to show the direction. And that's nice. Obviously, if you've been doing this long enough, you just look at the airfoil and you know which way it turns. But especially for somebody who's new, that certainly will be helpful. One thing that I don't like about them is that you have to order them in a set of 10 clockwise and 10 counterclockwise. So you can't just order a box of counterclockwise if that's what you need. Maybe you just broke more clockwise than counterclockwise and you need some of the other kind. The other thing it means is that you can't order a separate color of each. I like to order my clockwise and counterclockwise in opposite colors so that I can just really easily reach into the bag and grab out the one I need without having to, look, right, which is it that I'm getting. So that's a little annoying. You could certainly order a box of red and a box of green, and then just take the red counterclockwise and the green clockwise, but then when you get toward the end of that batch, you're going to have to switch the other direction, and I don't know, it's just a little annoying. So anyway, I'm going to take these out and fly them, and we'll see how they fly. But, on paper, they make a lot of sense. And if there's a few small downsides, well, the fact that they're 27 cents a shot, even with shipping all the way from China, certainly makes a compelling argument toward using them at least for everyday flying, maybe if not racing or competition. Well, folks, I'm back from giving these props a test flight, and I think you pretty much get out of them what I expected. They definitely have more performance than the 6030s I was initially flying. So I would say that if you're flying 6030s on 3S, there is no question that this is a good move for you. These props have a little bit more thrust. They are more durable, and they are way cheaper than buying a GemFan or HQ 6030s. But having flown 6045s, I have to say that there's just no comparison. The 6045s were what convinced me that I did not even need to bother thinking about 4S. I'm on 3S right now. And granted, a 4S rig is going to be faster than a 3S rig, sure, but the 3S 6045s gave me plenty of get up and go, and I was just completely happy with the results. Whereas these, maybe it's just that because they're not quite there by comparison. Maybe if I had come from 6030s, these 6040s would impress me a little more, but there's just no comparison between the King Kong 6040s and the HQ 6045s. Um, so I would say if you're on 3S 6030s and you're thinking about stepping up to a little bit higher pitch, this is a fine move. And frankly, I just don't see any reason why people might fly 3S HQ or GemFan 6030s. These are a tenth the price easily, and a little bit more thrust and more durable. So fine. On the other hand, if you're flying 3S 6045s, I still might use these props if I was going to be doing like some air gates where I just knew I was going to be crashing all the time. But I don't think they're going to become my new daily flyers. And that's a real shame because at 27 cents a pop, I can really afford to do a lot more flying than the 6045s, the HQ 6045s at around $2 a pop. There you go. Hope that's helpful and happy flying.